In this video, I'll show you how to use the Photoshop script, Save Copy. This script is a child of another script, Batch Multi-Save. Save Copy uses the same code to save files, only not a batch, and not multiple formats at once. The point is, after batch saving a folder of images, one or more likely needs an edit later. After editing an image, I don't want to batch them all again. I just want to save the one image. But how it's saved, I want to match how it was batch saved earlier. So I made this script, Save Copy, built from parts of Batch Multi-Save. See more about that script at the link in the description, and a link for a video about it. But that's just one reason to use the Save Copy script. It's handy either way, whether you use Batch Multi-Save or not. With a few clicks, the script creates a copy of an open image, transforms it as desired, and saves it to a chosen format. Not only a time saver, images are transformed and saved consistently. The example next demonstrates these benefits. Here I have an image open in Photoshop. The work is done. Now the client wants an image they can use. I'm not going to send them this PSD with all these layers. Let's say the client wants a CMYK TIFF for print, without the background, and no larger than 1700 pixels wide. We have a few steps to go through. First, I'll show the normal steps, without the script. Don't worry about following this. That's not the point. The point is to show the steps to get there. Merge the visible layers. Delete the hidden layers. Now we have a single layer. Rename it to Layer 1. Convert to CMYK. Change the image size to 1700 pixels wide. Save as. Navigate to the folder. Change the file type to TIFF. Click the checkbox as a copy. Save it. That wasn't too painful, but for a lot of images, it's tedious and easy to forget a step and not even realize it. You could write an action, but actions that merge layers don't always work if the next image has a different layer structure. Now I'll do the same using the script Save Copy. First, go to the History panel and back up to where we started. I already have a Photoshop action to run the script. For help setting up scripts in Photoshop, see the link in the description for another video that shows the steps. In the Actions panel, select the script Save Copy. Click the Actions panel Play button to run the script. I'll set options to get the same result, a CMYK merged layer TIFF 1700 pixels wide. Click OK. The script tells us the file exists. I'll choose Replace. Done. That was less work, and consistent one image to the next. When I run the script again, all options are the same as used last, including the output folder. When you have a lot of images to edit and save copies, that's helpful. Next, we'll examine the options. The script has three sections: Transform, Output, and Settings to save and reuse the options currently set. In the Transform section, first is Convert to Profile. If enabled, select the desired profile. This is how to convert RGB to CMYK, for example. You can also convert duotones to RGB or CMYK, or anything to grayscale, by setting the profile to dot gain 20%. Next is to adjust pixels per inch, and an input to enter a value. The transformation can be either set or resample. Set doesn't alter the pixel dimensions. It just indicates how many per inch. Resample retains the dimension in inches and adds or subtracts pixels to arrive at the new pixels per inch. For example, say an image is 3000 pixels wide by 3000 pixels tall at 300 pixels per inch. That means it is 10 inches square. Change to 72, and the option Set, and the image is still 3000 by 3000, but now it's 41.66 inches square. On the other hand, use Resample and the image becomes 720 by 720 pixels. The same 10 inches square, but now 72 pixels per inch. Next is maximum pixels. This is a limiter, good for making web images. I limit my web images to 1200 pixels wide and 800 tall. This doesn't make the image exactly these dimensions. It just limits pixels in either direction. For example, if an image is square, it ends up no larger than 800 pixels square, because it hits the height limit before the width limit. Next are the path options. You may keep all paths, discard all paths, or select paths to keep. Click Keep Paths, and another dialog appears. You can specify paths by name, keep the first path, or keep any path set to the clipping path. The last option, Vector Masks, is special. For shape layers, this option saves the path, which is otherwise lost when the layer is rasterized to merge or flatten. The next option is how to handle layers. You may keep layers, merge to a single layer, or flatten the image. Notice that if Convert to Profile is enabled, or pixel dimensions are altered, the option Layers as is disabled. Adjustment layers can't change color space and maintain faithful results, and layer effects don't scale when an image is resized. For these reasons, the image must be merged to a single layer or flattened to maintain appearance. The next section is Output. First is the format to save. Choices are JPEG, PNG 8, PNG 24, PSD, and TIFF. The remaining options are mostly the same for all formats, but a few vary. We'll start with JPEG. Notice in the Transform section, you must flatten the image, because JPEG doesn't support transparency. There is a drop-down to select quality. Higher values are better quality. For print, use 12, maximum quality. A good value for web images is 5 to 8. Next is Embed Profile. This is essential for print, but for web, it's optional. Just make sure web images are converted to sRGB, web standard. For PNG, there aren't any special output options. Quality is always best and profiles are never embedded. The difference between PNG 8 and PNG 24 is bit depth. PNG 8 is 8-bit indexed color. PNG 24 is 24-bit full color. Notice for PNG, Convert to Profile is set to sRGB and cannot be changed. This is because sRGB is web standard and PNG, Portable Network Graphic, was made for web graphics. Also in the Transform section, path options are disabled. PNG doesn't support paths, so these options don't apply. And Layers as is disabled. A PNG can have a single layer or be flattened, but it doesn't support multiple layers, so this option isn't available. The last two formats, PSD and TIFF, don't have any special output options. And in the Transform section, all options are available. The remaining output options are shared by all formats. There is a checkbox to Rename for Web. This replaces spaces with dashes, so links don't end up with %20 in place of spaces, the hex value for a space character. It's a good idea to use this when making web images. Original File Name Plus adds a suffix to the file name. Enter anything you like, as long as it's legal characters for a file name. Or leave blank if you want the copy name to match the original. In that case, the output folder or format has to be different from the original file. The script won't let you overwrite the original. Finally, there is the folder where you want the copy saved. Click the Folder button to select the location. Click OK, and the image is transformed and saved. If this solution works for you, like the video and subscribe to this channel. It keeps more videos coming.